Hello guys, welcome to today's battle replay. I am BattleAnthem, and we have got a 4v4 battle on our hands today in the city of Delminium. We've got Bactria, Carthage, Getae and RDI on the defence against Carthage, Kush, Egypt and there was a fourth attacker, I'm sure there was. Or I'm losing my mind. There is another attacker somewhere. I just don't know where he's gone. I could be wrong. I'm going to have to watch this back. And then possibly correct myself at some point throughout this replay. I think. Oh, no, I am. No, actually, yeah, I am certain. It was a 4v4. This is not going very well so far, is it? Yeah, the replay totaling around 50 minutes. Yeah, we'll run through the army comps real quickly. RDI has 3 units of Illyrian Marines, 3 units of slaves, 4 units of slave slingers, 1, 2, 3, 4 mercenary axe warriors. He's got a bastion ballista for his siege, and just outside, ready to ambush Kush, we've got 4 units of Illyrian raiders. It's becoming quite a common tactic among defences these days to use sally outs and guerrilla deployments, and it's nice to be able to see some guerrilla deployment in today's battle. My damn keyboard. Oh, there we go. Oh, yes, we also almost forgot RDI's general. We've got Illyrian noble hoplites, or hoplites, depending on how you decide you want to say it. And RDI, I'll be able to tell you who controlled everybody at the end of the battle when we have a look at the stats. I'm pretty sure Joe on it was RDI for this battle. Now for Getae, Getae was played by Space, young lad from Wales, fairly new to Total War, but he's learning. He's learning quickly, I think. Only time will tell. Fingers crossed he can improve, but that's not to say that he doesn't do good here. You'll have to wait and see. So, the Getae army will be consisting of 1, 2, 3 units of armoured spears, 2 axe warriors, 3 axe warriors, 2 noble swords, 3 Dacian heavy bowmen, a unit of mercenary Thracian peltasts, and he's got a noble sword general. Over here now we have Dan playing as Carthage, looking to take on the might of the Egyptians here. As you can see there, 2 units of noble cav. Just that to me says that there is very much going to be some sally out action here today, but only time will tell. Libyan infantry at the front line. 2, 3, 4 units of Libyan infantry for Carthage. 2 units of mercenary nobles. He's got a general's bodyguard for his general's unit. He's gone with 3 mercenary Cretan archers and 1 unit of mercenary Balearic slingers, and he's got a bastion ballista for his siege equipment. And Bactria over here, who was controlled by myself. Typically, I would not leave my forces like they are. But I was having some difficulties with the game. It turned out that for some reason, once everybody started to deploy the forces and put them where they were, my game went and gave me the black screen of death for a good 30 seconds. At the end of this 30 seconds, the game loaded back up, and I could not use my camera. I could not move anywhere around the screen at all. I'd use the buttons, I'd use the mouse, no matter what I did, the camera would not move. I pressed WASD, typical camera controls, and it was selecting random unit cards instead. So I actually spent the first 3 to 5 minutes of this battle just fixing my camera settings. So don't expect to see much from Bactria in the opening stages of the battle. Obviously, Bactria being taken on by myself. I have a mainly Bactrian Hillman force. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. Yeah, 5 units of Hillman. 2 units of Thorax swords. 3 units of Thoria spears. We've got unit Bactria. 3 units of elite Persian archers. 1 unit. Oh, well, 4 units of elite Persian archers. Like, typically, I prefer the mercenary archers, but I don't know. I didn't even pay attention with this when I was picking my army, to be honest with you. But yes, I also have Bactrian Royal Cav for a general. Let's have a look at him. See him in all his glory. Look at that man. He's a beaut. Look how pretty he is. Ha ha ha. Yes, my siege equipment was a Greek onager. As you can see, the Illyrian general, obviously we'd communicated that I was having camera issues, so just to be on the safe side, he left his general by me until I was able to get my forces back underway. So, yeah, sorry, let's have a quick gander at the attackers' army comps. See, this is, I don't know, like, it looks pretty funky, but I don't know how effective it is to stack towers like that. I've never actually seen that done before. So he's got 2 units of Egyptian archers, 2 units of Nubian bowmen up on the siege towers. I'm not sure if I'd do that myself personally. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 7 units of Thorax swordsmen. 3 units of Galatian Royal Guard. He's got his pikemen. Well, it's 2 units of pikemen. He's got a unit of pikemen on the tortoise there. I'm not sure I'd have taken that approach myself, but hey, we're gonna do. As you can see, the Egyptian general is nowhere to be seen. I'm pretty sure the Egyptian general started here, somewhere in this section. Kush forces are strangely Lusitania. Jesus, I can't believe it's took me this long. Yes, I do apologise, everybody. The 4th attacking army is Lusitania. Most of his army are hidden right now. Obviously, the swordsman on the tortoise. You can't hide a tortoise even in fucking trees. So yeah, I'm taking too long on army comp, so I'm just gonna get the battle started and we'll go from here. There we go. I do apologise. I made the mistake of accidentally muting Rome. I was trying to mute other games that, well, other apps I've got open. Accidentally muted Rome. So anyway, guys, here we go, and let's get this battle started. Oh, straight away there we have got Seleucids pushing up 3 tortoises. Let's have a look over here. The Illyrian raiders causing havoc with the Kush forces. Let's get this UI up now. Illyrian raiders racking up a few kills there. Maybe not as successful so far as they might have hoped. Kushite slaves here, taking on the Illyrian raiders. He's a very angry man. Look at how angry he is. Look at his rage. The Kush chariots now coming in to sweep up the remainder of the Illyrian raiders. So not the most successful guerrilla attack. Chariots racking up kills already. There's over 300 kills now. I feel sorry for the Illyrian raiders that were sent out. almost feels like a waste, but it's a bit of success. Now we've got Egypt pushing hard on the north gate, defended by Carthage. Some nice artillery shots going off here. Some artillery shots from RDI trying to soften up the Seleucid advance. The defenders, they're not really moving. So other than this unit of Libyan infantry being pushed up by Carthage, there hasn't been much movement from the defence at all. It's almost as if they've... It's a very cliched term, but they're taking a very much a bend but don't break approach for defence. Well, they've got units stacked at the walls but not on the walls. So it's a common misconception really. You get quite a lot of players who will throw unit after unit along the walls. Coming up against heavy siege towers like this, not your best idea. Heavy siege towers, if we can, let's have a look. There we go. Heavy siege towers have a scorpion on the top. If you want to just leave your men to be taken out by scorpion fire, essentially unlimited scorpion fire, as siege towers don't have an ammo limit. But yeah, if you want to leave your forces open to potentially unlimited scorpion fire, then you feel free. Just don't expect to be winning the battle. So we've got Lusitani pushing hard on this gatehouse. Fire damage racking up quite quickly. Oh, now back at the north, Egypt have broken through, and Carthage are actually sending out their cav. Strangely enough, these cavalry are still... Oh, now they've been spotted. There we go. They were hidden to here, and they have just walked past multiple units. It doesn't really make much sense. Oh, and here we go. Bactria have gained control of their forces and are beginning to, well, essentially just play a supportive role. With the size of the Egyptian force that has come straight for the wall. Oh, there's the Egyptian general, finally. We've got Carian Axemen for an Egyptian general. Libyan infantry there, coming around the back of these thorax swords. Can they get a volley off, or are they just going to charge straight in? Bactria preparing to hold this street and the north gate. And Seleucids have actually broken through now. See, these Eastern Spearmen, they're not a bad unit, but they are not necessarily a first through the wall unit. With their armour and the melee defence 45-34 respectively, not bad, but sending the first unit in with a melee attack of 13 against defenders with 65 armour, you're not going to get anywhere very fast. Gete here, looks like he's left his archers on fire at will, and they are just peppering rounds into a siege tower. Not even fire rounds, just regular rounds. That's a big waste of ammo there from the Gete player. Now the Egyptian thorax swordsmen at the north wall. Well, they were wavering, but they have come back to combat. Bactrian hillmen ready to defend. Not the strongest defensive unit, but they make for a fairly decent front line of defence. So yes, one thing I do have to let people, make people aware of, this building here with these slingers on, do not place a unit on this building. This building is stupidly glitched. It will allow you to send a unit up there, but once your unit is on top of the building, they are stuck. You cannot bring them down. It's something we actually discovered during this battle. We'll come back to those slingers later on, and you'll see exactly what I mean. Bactria pushing up some elite Persian archers now, trying to give some support to Carthage against the Egyptians. Pushing quite hard now on the Dacians. I keep saying Gete, and it's obviously Dacians when they have got the, I think it's the Dacian something. Dacian heavy bowmen, yeah, so that's got to be Dacia. I keep calling him Gete, and I'm pretty sure it is Gete. I'm drawing a blank today, right? It's stupidly early. Well, it's midday, but I didn't get to bed till late, so let's use that excuse. I know we've got a huge push from Lusitani here. Almost committing his entire army through 2 breaches. Look at this, this huge push here against this one unit of axe warriors who are simply being overwhelmed here. So let's a bit of slow motion here. Just look at that. All of the carnage. All the bodies. Oh, look at that! Look at that! The Cushite woman! This one right here. She just destroyed that Dacian. And the Dacians begin to break. The Lusitani with a mass push. I don't understand why, but they're also making that same push here at this gate. Why? Why would you waste your time doing this? That is such an impossible choke point. I apologise for keep accidentally bringing up my bloody Steam overlay. For some reason, it refuses to accept whenever I press shift. Whenever I press shift, it comes up. Great push by Lusitania here, actually forcing their way through the Dacians in sheer numbers, and now pushing on the Illyrian Marines of Joe at this western wall, sorry. Let's head back to the North Gate and see how Egypt's are going on. Egypt are making progress. We've got one unit of Bactrian Hillmen here, less than 50 kills, and they're just being absolutely torn apart by the Egyptian archers. By the looks of things, there's still quite a lot of ammo left for each of those. Got one unit of Bactrian Hillmen pushing in against the Galatian Royal Guard. This is not necessarily a fight that the Hillmen have a chance. Galatian Royal Guard, much more heavy, as you can see from the stats there at the bottom left, much more heavily armoured, higher health, higher defence, higher weapon attack, higher weapon damage. The Hillmen are essentially useless against Galatian Royal Guard, but he's using them just to slow down this Egypt attack, and he's giving Carthage noble fighters a chance to reshape. He has still got his noble cav outside here. It looks like they're going to do some flanking charges. Oh, he's got both units of noble cav outside. That's great work. Still out there, still active. And the Bactrians are slowly... well, the Bactrians have essentially left the defence now. They are the final... by the looks of it, the Bactrians are going to be the final stand. Egypt now, still pushing forward. So I'm trying not to zoom about too much. Get back to normal speed. Completely forgot we were on slow motion then. Swords for Bactria now. Just holding this onslaught, trying to hold back this onslaught of Egyptian forces. Now we head back to the western breach. Lusitania so far seem to be quite well contained, really. Yeah, they've got this bit of space here to move around, but oh, pardon me. They're losing, like... wow, so the Seleucid units are losing decisively, which was expected, really. By the looks of things, the Lusitania are actually beginning to make progress at this gate. They've now pushed their way inside the gate. Still got men outside and within the gate, but, you know, they're making progress nonetheless. Dacia beginning to thin out a little here under the heavy shelling from the Kushite. I say Kushites, but they're not the Kushite archers, are they? It's the Nubian bowmen. Jeez. And now, look at this now. We've got some Bactrian units still hidden. Thorax swordsmen. 2 units of Thorax swords who are now going to push here towards this western breach to support Dacia and Ardii. Back over at the north gate. The Egyptians are not really getting anywhere so far. Like the Thorax swordsmen, both units losing decisively. But still holding their own.
Feel this, guys!
Carthage general's bodyguard there, trying to charge his way through. Nope, no, he's just holding within the lines of the hillmen. Oh, look at that, it's a great volley there from the mercenary Cretan archers of Carthage. Looks like he's trying to soften up these thorax swords at the back. Not sure how successful that's going to be. Bactria sending up another unit of Persian archers and Bactrian hillmen. See, so it seemed like a very much bend, don't break defence, and I think that's very much being shown here with the slow, well, essentially slow waves of reinforcements.
Precision shot!
Oh, we hear a shout for precision shot.
Pick your targets!
The elite Persian archers with 158 kills. And there goes the archers. Egypt's now down to 3 units of archers. Yeah, as suspected, Bactria is making a point of showing the support in the defensive efforts here.
At speed!
Nice move by Bactria there to spread the lines. Could have just charged into battle, chose not to. They are still holding. Lusitani now have gained a little bit of ground. They're now pushing to try and cap this arrow tower, but with Ardii still defending the zone, it's not going to change from neutral anytime soon. We've got Ardii over here actually breaking the Lusitani player. Lusitani's just got a couple of veteran shield warriors left here now. They are going to thin out very quickly, especially with the support of the slingers. I don't know what these guys are doing. They're still glitched out. We are going to head back to the northern gate. Oh, would you look at that? We've got 2 units of Thorax. We've got a Galatian Royal Guard and Thorax Swordsmen for Egypt trying to push forward. This gap here defended by a single unit of Bactrian hillmen. Not necessarily the best of places. Where are we going now? Oh, apparently we're having a look up here. There is a battle for the walls taking place. And who's winning it? We'll go back and find out.
Double time! Charge!
Ardii have won the battle for the walls. And Lusitani are gone. We've got this final Lusitania unit, veteran shield warriors, 114 men remaining. The rest of the Lusitania army is just mass routed. And there go. Oh no, the veteran shield warriors are holding on. They are exhausted and shaken, even in the current combat. I don't think they're going to hold on much longer. Thorax Swords taking on Thorax Swords alongside the Noble Sword Brothers. Thorax Swords on this side have also pushed in to try and beef up the defense to hold out Kush. Look at this. Bactrian Hillmen against Thorax Swords. They should not be winning this, but they are. The Hillmen are now losing slightly. Bactrians being very smart here, using the using the range of the Persian archers to just fire down on these Egyptians who, for some reason, are just standing there. We've got the Egyptians trying to push round here, but we've got Carthaginian archers who could be under pressure here. 2 units of Thorax Swords, both depleted, but essentially a full unit in total. Close it. Oh, the archers there quickly retreated, well spotted by the Carthage player. And Dacia are pushing forward their armoured spears to deal with the Thorax Swords. So this unit of Hillmen is still holding this line. I'm quite surprised by that, actually. 2 units of Thorax spears holding this line. Nubian bowmen, do they still have ammo? No, that was a waste of shots there by Bactria.
Fire on the enemy!
Carthage now beginning to retreat units to the inner keep. Oh, it's very action-packed. Like, I understand what other people say, like particularly when they're doing replays. It's difficult to try and catch everything in one replay. The Bactrians and the Kushites here. Oh, here we have some Apodemak. Is it Apodemak? Yep, Disciples of Apodemak. Very, very effective unit. But so far, unable to get beyond this ridge. Just love some of these battle animations, they're amazing. It looks like the Disciples are fleeing. No, simply retreating. Thorax Swordman unit, 215 kills, absolutely destroying these Kushite slaves. And they have forced the enemy back out of this the smallest western breach. Still got the triple breach here, being contested by Seleucid and Kush. We've still got the RDI defending this. So let's just have a look at what's left right now, shall we? See, based on the strategic map, it still looks fairly even, considering Lusitania for the attackers. We're completely wiped. Let's get back to the action. Oh, and here we go now. Thorax Swords unit. These Bactrian Hillmen put up a fantastic fight. But they're officially gone. Just 8 men remaining.
Quick march!
We've got 2 depleted units of almost dead units of Hellmen. These must have returned from routing. The same with these guys. So now he's pushing up the elite Persian archers. Oh, and how did this happen? Oh, it's the same. It's the unit of Thorax Swords from before that tried to take on the archers. They're about to get sandwiched. Noble Cav turning away. Oh, strong play by Dacia there. Ties up the Egyptian infantry, and just watch this for a charge. And there goes the Egyptian infantry unit. Say goodbye, Thorax Swordsman. You have been sandwiched. That was friendly supporting fire from the elite Persian archers on the corner. Egypt seem to be scrambling to support their allies now. They've almost given up on this northern walkway. Bactria realises that and starts to move. Thorax Swords. And there we go, this Thorax Swordsman unit finally breaks. Less than 100 kills. So not like a brilliant performance, but they held this gap alongside some battered Dacian units for a good 5-10 minutes there, so not a bad defensive performance. And here we go, just as predicted, Bactria have sent over the unit of Thorios Spears, who are in square formation. These archers look to be out of ammo. They're still carrying their bows. Yep, out of ammo. Look at that charge by the archers. They just charged straight through the square formation into the front line to take on these Thorax Swords. They are losing decisively, but they are a stupidly depleted unit. They will purely just be there to add a little more to things. And now, Bactria is on the advance. They are trying, by the looks of things, they are going to keep Egypt within this little area. They are not going to allow a retreat.
Understood.
Got the 2 depleted units of Hillmen capping the gate again. The defenders will love that the gate has been recapped. Oh, now would you look at this? Dacia are almost out of the fight. They've got the general, 1 unit of noble swords, a heavily depleted general, down to 62 men from 160. Noble swords are less than 50 men, they're not going to last much longer. He does have a fairly healthy unit of armoured spears. Not sure how much use they're going to be against swordsmen and archers, but we'll see. Right, This right here has got to be a push through. I don't care who it was and how they try and deny it. There are 4 RDA units here, including hoplites. There is no way 1 unit of Apogee Max have just walked through. No way. Cheesy plays, we don't like that stuff. Now Kush are... It's taken them a while. There are only 22 minutes remaining in this replay, but Kush took a long time to establish themselves within this settlement.
Steady on aim!
And here we go, as expected. The Bactrians are not holding out, are not going to allow these Egyptians to escape. The Egyptian general now charging in to this unit of Thoros spears, supported by elite Persian archers. Currently just shy of 80 kills. The Egyptian general has died. The Egyptian general is gone. The remainder of his bodyguard have routed. Thorax swords now starting to surround the spears, but the spears have them on the back foot. The Thorax swords are losing decisively, but so are the spears. What the hell is wrong with this game? This is not looking good at all for Egypt. Down to his final 3 units. It looks like this is all down to Kush and Seleucid. Got Dacia and RDI now retreating. Retreating quite quickly actually. So far, like looking at as things currently stand, Kush and Seleucid have the strongest or largest armies still available to them. And Kush there making a large push across this northwest pathway. So the Carthage general might want to get a bit of a move on. So we do have the Thoria spears, full unit, not even seen combat yet, full unit of Uria spears with a chevron. Pushing up to possibly defend the rear of said cav, but we don't know that for certain. We can't say for sure, can we? I don't know what's happening with those Thoria spears there actually, to be honest. Oh, we missed it, but Egypt broke. Egypt now have 1 remaining unit and they too look like they are about to be finished.
From the enemy!
Sorry, I went silent a minute then. Spaced out. Completely forgot I was recording a replay. These Thoria spears, I just made a bit of a mistake with these. I sent them up here as I was so focused on keeping Kush back I forgot how much of a force that Seleucid had left. So as you can see, these Thoria spears are being retreated very quickly. Got the Thorax pikemen holding this main entrance, supported by the general in the rear. It almost looks as if Kush are making a successful charge here. Look at balance power. Balance power is in favour of the attackers, slightly. I tend to ignore the balance of power because that's based purely on a number. Like, purely based on the number of units. Like, it doesn't count for like unit quality or unit strength or anything like that. It just, I don't know, it just doesn't. Charge here, the archers going straight in to these disciples of Redeemer. Charging those spears, 164 kills, not too bad for a mid-range archer, really. They're not as good as the Cretans or the elite Persians. Not the elite Persians. The other mercenary, Syrian, that's it. Mercenary Syrian archers. You've got Syrians and Cretans. Oh, look at this. It's a great angle over from the elite Persian archers, who are racking up 3 to 4 kills per volley. Not bad at all. And the Thoria spears and the armoured spears taking on the disciples now. These Bactrian hillmen, they're broken but not shattered. There is still a small chance that they could return. There's a great charge there in the background by the Carthaginian cav, completely, well, forcing 2 Kushite slaves to waver instantly. Now, I know slave infantry are not a particularly strong unit, but of all the slave infantry in the game, the Kushite slaves are without a doubt the strongest. They've got almost double the defense of any other slave infantry in the game. Oh, somebody just leveled up. Is this cavalry? They just hit the first chevron, coming up to 200 kills. That's nice. Disciples of Redeemer are now retreating. Thoria spears here at the northern entrance to the inner keep. That's a great counter charge from the armoured spears. Still a huge Kush force. Would you look at that? The Bactrian artillery is still yet to fire a shot. There seems to be a lot of stigma regarding Total War, as far as defenders never win. Based on the remaining units, I would be inclined to agree. Yeah, let's just fast forward a little here. All we've got now is I hate how glitchy it gets when you fast forward it. I can't do that. I can't sit there and watch it glitch, because it glitches slower than it plays. Got a huge push now from Kush. There goes the artillery fire. Pulling off some nice shots. Oh, look at that, just tearing straight through. Only gonna have 80 kills. And we've got Kush pushing up some Nubian bowmen. Still with ammo. I keep going to say armor when I mean ammo. I do apologise about that. So yes, Kush pushing up Nubian bowmen with ammo. RDI pushing up the Hoplites. Could be risky. Oh no, he's retreating them. Forced Kush back there though, made them think. Got this huge Kush force just sitting here now. As the Seleucids make their push. Thurios Spears, almost 150 kills, starting to waver now.
On my order, withdraw!
And there they go. Now a second unit of Thurios Spears backing them up with 62 kills. So these Silver Shield Swordsmen, great melee defense, as well as weapon damage, are tearing apart these Thurios Spears. So I think DC made a big mistake with putting his artillery over here. He should have put them here, here, or here. He's put it on the one side that nobody came from. We've got a push from Kush here on the western flank of the keep. RDA pushing his nobles straight in, trying to rid of these Kushite slaves. They are sending in a unit of disciples. Oh, that was a smart play by Kush. He retreated the slaves and sent in the disciples. The hoplites don't really stand a chance against the disciples. Archers here firing down on the advancing attackers.
Fire on the enemy!
Oh, that was a poor choice of position for the archers. They can't shoot beyond there.
Fill the skies!
Oh, should have aimed for the bowman. Oh, there we go. We're firing again. Not even at 60 kills yet. Bactria now is rushing out his general. Bactrian general there with his red cape charging in first. Oh, and the general pushes all the way through, almost destroying half a unit himself. Royal Cav just tearing through these units now. They pushed on, they've managed to catch the archers. This is some strong play from the Bactrian general. Bowmen are gone. The Kushites are broken but not shattered. General's lost 6 men and killed on. Look at that, 200 plus kills and not even lost 10 men yet. There we go. The general has officially lost 10 men. some fantastic play from Battery and General there, racking up 240 kills, 240 plus kills in a single attack. But the attackers are pushing hard here on the north gate to the inner keep. The Seleucid General has broken through the lines, as has some Seleucid cavalry. Thorax pikes are being brought back across now as the west entrance has been secured. Look at this here, the RDI slingers that are stuck. 48 kills, just killing off men that are trying to run away for their lives. Got some general abilities being used there. We've got raise the banner, increasing their general's area of influence. He's going to charge in, and he takes on the Seleucid general. This is general versus general now. The Bactrians retreat from combat. And now we have the pikemen pushing up. See, the balance of power says even here, but just look at this. Look at the remainder of. Let's just pause this for a second. Let's just look at this logically. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 attacking units remaining. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 defensive units. On numbers alone, the attackers should take this. But as we all know in war, numbers don't count for everything. Or the pikes there, unable to get themselves set up in time. And being charged in the side by the citizen cav. Factory in general there with over 300 kills. Oh, the Bactrian pikes there starting to waver.
Advance at speed!
Oh no, what's going on with the pikes? What is going on with the pikes? Into formation. Oh, look at that. He just tore apart that pikeman. That's one blood-hungry disciple. Oh, brilliant attack there. Pikemen recover. They are steady. It looks like Bactria has lost his general. Didn't die, but he did rout. That's a shame. It's Thorax pikemen now on their own. It can't really be. This is getting ridiculous now. Look at this. These pikes just running around, taking on anyone and everything. These pikes now being whittled down. Now almost down to a quarter of the unit total. So they've lost approximately 70 to 75% of their total force for the unit, and they are still pushing on. They're still not giving up.
Attack their position! Engage!
And they are tearing up this final unit of disciples. Oh, what's this? We've got some elite Persian archers. Bactria's elite Persian archers. Do they still have ammo? No, they do not. Final 2 minutes. Can the defenders pull this off? And that looks like that could be it.
Advance at speed! At speed! Quick march! Yes, Commander. Orders understood. Advance at speed!
This battle has been intense. The Bactrian pikemen recapping the northern entrance.
Double time!
Oh man, this has been... There's just bloodshed everywhere. This was all caused by the Bactrian general. a few cav units here taken out. Just look at these. Look at this is a sea of bodies. That there is practically all the Lusitania army. And yeah, we're just going to fast forward this last little bit. There we go. It is a costly victory. There we go. We had a Joe on it playing as RDI, myself as Bactria, Space as Gete. I was right. It was Gete. So ignore every time I said Dacia throughout the rest of the fucking replay. We had Dan playing as Cav. Cav as Carthage. Spetsnaz as Egypt. I Will Win as Kush. Dedrone as Seleucid. And Enorias as Lusitani. Lusitani really struggled in this fight, to be fair. Like, they didn't really bring the strongest of armies. He might have brought one of the largest armies, but it wasn't enough. Look at that for Bactria, like Historic Swords did quite poorly. Look at that, 22 kills, that's terrible. But 336 kills from the general alone. I think let's have a check. Yeah, the Bactrian general. In fact, I'm just have a quick look at these kill counts. Yeah, apart from Spacey's noble swords, the Bactrian general actually got... chariots. You always expect high kills from chariots. Yeah. Oh, that is the end of my first replay coverage, I suppose. I will be uploading. Well, I'm gonna. My aim is gonna be to upload at least one full replay a week, and from here on out, I will be I will be starting doing a stream. Uh, typically, it will typically be a Total War stream. Um, may also be a few games of War Thunder. For those of you who haven't played that, it's essentially a like battle simulator. You've got aircraft, ship, aircraft, fucking idiot. You've got planes, boats, and tanks. So, a bit more modern warfare than the Total War series, but still very fun to play. So I would like to say thank you for everybody that's viewing. Those who haven't already, please subscribe and hit that like button. You have no idea how much of a difference just liking a video actually makes to the exposure for a channel. The more likes a video gets, the more it's recommended. The more you guys can help me grow, the more videos I can bring, the better quality of videos, and eventually, as part of the Iron Fortress, which is my Discord group, I'll put the link in the video for this. We will be looking at setting up some Total War Siege events over the coming weeks and months. So yeah, be sure to stick around for those. And I would just like to say again, thank you for watching. I'm sorry for my idiocy with regards to the wrong faction names, and yeah, I'm just hoping that from this point forward, moving on, I can try and make more professional videos, shall we say? Who knows? We'll only find out in the future. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys, and remember, in times of war, always sound the battle anthem.